Crawl space access doors, they can be a pain in the butt. Does yours look like this one? There's gaps all around where rodents and vermin can enter the crawl space underneath your house. Cold air can get in. Looks like these folks had a couple of pieces of plywood blocked up against it. That wasn't helping much. Maybe you've got a steel door, maybe it's rusting out. We've got to replace that one and this one. Both of them are just a real mess. Follow along today. I'm going to show you how we do it. We're going to use products that are never going to fail and that are going to look good for a lifetime. First thing we've got to do is remove all of this nastiness. Man, I'm surprised this lasted as long as it did, honestly. I mean, it wasn't doing a whole lot of good. I think mice and everything else could walk right in here. What a mess, man. So we got this cleaned up pretty good. I just use a duster brush, and I want this really, really clean because we're going to use some adhesives and some sealants. I want this thing tight, right? So this is kind of a not so traditional foundation in our area, the double brick foundation. Typically we see blocks, but we're gonna make this work anyways. The main thing is I've only got one row of bricks to attach to, and it's, you know, semi-flat. So I'm gonna try to attach to this at the bottom. Now, this is what we're using. This is the material we're using. This is Royal PVC. You can get this in 4x8 sheets. And you can see it's got a textured side and a smooth side, and obviously we've chosen the smooth side because we went ahead and painted it. PVC takes paint really well. This is just out of a rattle can, spray can, satin, just kind of a foundation gray or a concrete gray. So we've got those pieces kind of sort of pre-cut down to size approximately, and then we're using just some of this. Royal makes this 2x2 trim. And we've just got the facer painted gray on this, couple of coats of that same rattle can paint. So, and we've got those cut down somewhat to size as well, just to make them a little bit more manageable. But Royal PVC, man, that's my absolute favorite. So the good thing about PVC is it doesn't rot, it doesn't decay, and it's really, really easy to work with. I don't have to have any special tools. We're just using our standard miter saw and table saw. All right, there's one 2x2. Let's go around there and see if it'll fit. So we got our first piece of PVC cut, and it looks like it's gonna fit in there pretty nicely. And I'm having to use just a standard drill set to the hammer function to drill into this brick just because of height restrictions. But I think that's gonna work, and I'm gonna use some Tapcons. But before we do any of that, I want to modify this PVC a little bit. And this is where the trick comes in. We're going to make this really, really nice. Let's go back to the table saw now that we've got this cut. And let's cut a rabbet in this, okay? So our PVC panel, these are 3/4 inches thick. I wanted 3/4. They sell 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch sheets as well, but because we've got one of our openings that's going to be spanning about 36 inches, I wanted it as rigid as possible. So I went with 3/4 inch material. We're going to be using this rubber window sill gasket just for something to kind of seal that door against. This stuff is about 1/4 inch thick. My PVC is 3/4 inch thick. That means I need to take a 1 inch rabbet out of this 2x2, but I want it snug, so I'm going to back that down to about 15/16. So I've got my blade height set to 15/16, and then for my frame to inset around it, I think I only need about 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna set this because the width of this, not the thickness, the width of this is 5/16, yeah, 5/16. So 1/2 inch will more than get that. And I gotta make sure that I take it out of the face that I've painted gray, because this is what's gonna show to the outside. So that should be correct right there. I went ahead and cut the length of my top piece as well. It's exactly the same as the bottom, thankfully. So before I move my saw setup, I'm gonna go ahead and run this one as well. So now we have to do the exact opposite to take this chunk out. So our blade height 1/2 inch, and our width of our fence to the other side of the blade, 15/16, and that should take that amount out perfectly. And there's our rabbet that's going to accept our seal and our access door. That's beautiful right there. Nice. Okay. I'm wanting about 2 more. I'm thinking 2 more in the middle. Nice and snug. Now up top, we've got a mud sill, so I don't have to worry about tapping into anything masonry. So I can just use regular construction screws here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and preset those, make it a little bit easier on me here. Now, I need to make sure that I'm roughly, plumb with this. That's about 2 3/8 right there, at least on this side. That's nice. That's 2 3/8 right there. All right, let me get a measurement here in between these 2 spots. Now guys, because we rabbited this out, we've got to make sure that on our sides we don't rabbit the full thing out. We need to leave a little bit to overlap our current rabbets because of the way we did this. It's not a big deal, it's just the way that I didn't want to risk building a picture frame for this, being that we were kind of all out of whack. So this is just the way I'm doing it. So now I need to go back to that 15/16, and I need a 1/2 inch over here. We're gonna go ahead and rip that full rabbet out of our 2 legs. Yep. And this one, it don't matter. And now we just do the exact opposite. I go over to 15/16 here. There we go. And then I take my blade down to a 1/2 inch. That ain't bad, right there. Okay, now I need to rabbet out to accept the other rabbets in the top and bottom. So I'm just marking the back sides. That kind of idiot proofs it. Now, I just need to take that little chunk out all the way, and this little chunk out all the way to my rabbet. Then it'll fit right in, it'll look good. There we go. And there we are. solid. Let's do the other side. Man, those hold really good in that brick. So I'm just putting this door gasket on right now. And it's just got this tape on the back side. It's like a rubber gasket. And what this is going to do is this is just going to seal out not only, you know, bugs, but also air in the cold weather. Got it kind of twisted there. There we go. .34 7/16. Let's see how well this fits. There we go. Look at that. Now our latches will absolutely hold that nice and snug. So we've got some barrel bolts here, and these happen to be stainless steel. We don't want any rusting going on here. So we're just going to put one on each side. All right. There we go. Remove the panel, and then let's make sure I can stick it back in there. There we go. And then over here, there we go. We got rained out yesterday. We're back today. And I was reviewing the footage and realized that I had put this particular barrel bolt on upside down. So there we go, it's fixed. Now it matches the other side and the latches will stay latched. Now we need to clean this up a little bit and throw down some Morflex from Sashco. I like to use Morflex because it looks like mortar, and we've got a lot of mortar going on here and it's waterproof. Got a little bit of splash up from yesterday. No big deal though. We should be able to still seal this up. Crocodile cloth going. If you guys haven't tried these crocodile cloths, man, they are absolutely phenomenal. And this is going to dry a little bit closer to the real color of mortar. This is gray. You can see the tip of the tube here. I've used a ton of this specific color just because it matches mortar so well. It's coming out kind of, you know, a lighter gray, but trust me, it's definitely darker when it dries. Well, we've got it sealed up with Morflex. That'll keep the bugs and the air out, should keep the cold out. So if you would have done something differently, I'm curious, what would you have done? Leave me a comment down below. If you've got a question, leave me a question. I really appreciate those. And consider subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, we've got a ton of how-to videos, tool reviews if you're into tools, and give me a like button. It really helps the video. PVC, man, it's my go-to for this application. We'll see you on the next one.